the Jolly Boys Brewery Podcast.
Hey! Oh. Now then, here we are with the Jolly Boys Brewery. It's great to have you listening in. It's great to have you along, dear listener. You're very welcome to this latest episode of the Jolly Boys Brewery Podcast. We're thrilled to be all together, actually, the four of us, and I'll introduce the boys in a minute, but we're actually recording this from the brewery itself, and not just the brewery, obviously based in the WX in Wakefield, West Yorkshire, but we're actually in Chief Brewer's office. Now, if you're catching this on the YouTubes, you'll be able to get a little bit of a flavour of what this office is like. And let's be fair.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's be fair, brothers. It needs some work. Can I just go right? Can we introduce ourselves, brothers, please, to the new listeners, and perhaps some thoughts on our surroundings at this very point? Over to you, Brother Dave.
So, hello, everybody. And for me, my thoughts are, I love looking at big piles of casks through the window. Yeah. Piles? Are they piles?
They're
not the piles that you would normally associate with
four
middle-aged men. But let's say they are piles of casks.
They are piles, and they are beautiful piles, aren't they, Brother Dave?
Yeah.
And what do you think, Brother Paul?
Yeah, it's the brewery is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and fantastic that I can actually look out the window.
Yes, there is a window
into the brewery. Window. But I'm looking out from what can only be described as a toilet. And it's
the power of metaphor.
So not that I'm sat down.
Which is handy when you're in the toilet.
It's not great.
We're going to do some work in this room, because I don't think this room is befitting the chief brewer, who obviously remains nameless. He's not here to defend himself, but we are going to make this place beautiful, aren't we? What do you think, Brother Ondrie?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't actually do any work from in here.
No, he doesn't, does he?
No, he's got a desk in the brewery.
Yeah.
It's an unusual desk. When you walk in, the brewery is about 50 metres long, and the desk's in the middle of the brewery facing the main shutter.
Yeah.
So if you walk in, that's where he conducts his business.
This is basically a cupboard, isn't it? But quite a big one, I feel, because there's like folders. I'm looking around. Admin. Yeah, it's like something I'd associate with some sort of serial killer.
Put it this way, it's not like an episode of Succession.
No, this is the opposite. This room is the opposite. Yeah, it's well put together, and this is. I think we could do better for our chief brewer, who, as we say, isn't here to sort of comment. But there's a lovely picture of him on the wall. Look at that picture up there. I'm going to take a picture of that and put it on the old. Put it on the old socials. And speaking of the socials, if you want to find us, dear listener, we're on the TikToks, aren't we, Brother Dave?
Ooh, yes.
Aren't we? You're big on the TikToks, aren't you?
I love it. Doom scrolling.
He's always to be found on the TikToks, is Brother Dave. So search Jolly Boys Brewery Pod on there and you'll find us easily. And also on the Facebooks, the Jolly Boys Brewery, we're on there as well. And of course, you can just get straight in touch with the brewery. If you've got any questions, which we'll come to later, we've got a couple of questions in. You can email us at pod@jollyboysbrewery.co.uk. But first, dear listener, we have the parish notices.
Parish notices.
It's still a good jingle.
Marvellous jingle.
Yeah, it's a good jingle. And the first, we'll go around and see what parish notices there are in a moment with the Brotherhood. But first, obviously the headline is we are in the brewery. More of that in a moment. The second thing is we've got a better microphone. Have you seen it? It's a good one.
Just the one?
Just the one. Well, actually I've bought 4, but I now need to buy something called an interface, which will help us further. But we've just got this one microphone. And if you've listened to the last episode, which was our live episode, which you may have listened to. You may have noticed we had some sound issues on there, but we're hoping soon we'll have some stuff on the YouTubes which will show you and us that event live at the WX in Wakefield. So we're trying to up our game. If you've got any advice or anything to do to support us with that, do email us, do get in touch. So that's one of the parish notices. Another parish notice is that on the 13th of September, we have a brewery open day in the mighty WX in Wakefield, West Yorkshire. And also, a bit later, in October, we have the cunningly named Oktoberfest.
Is that in October?
It is in October.
And is it a festival?
It is a festival in October, over 2 nights, the 3rd and 4th of October, again in Wakefield, West Yorkshire. If you want to come up, we'll say hello and we'll show you around the brewery and do things like that. So those are really the parish notices. But I want to hand over to the Brotherhood. And is there anything else that our dear listeners should know just now?
I've got a little update.
Go on.
Yeah, Lord Brewer. He didn't know we were going to be in his office.
All right.
He has actually gone off on a fact-finding tour. Look, he says he's going to show some ambition around future office design. He's gone to see the Burj Khalifa.
I don't even know what that is.
The tallest building
It's
in the
that
world.
massive building in
Is
Dubai.
it?
Yeah, he's not messing about. He's gone to Dubai to see the
Just
Burj-
to do that?
Just
for the brewery?
for office inspiration.
Wow.
And I'm not even joking.
Wow. The
Is
next
that-
time we're here, it might be really tall.
Well, we're going to have to put some planning permission in to go upwards out of the brewery.
This young man next to me, who's in charge of our finances, is going to be very disappointed because he was actually in a helicopter doing a flyover of the Burj on Thursday, and he says he's billing it to the brewery.
Is it?
Yeah,
A flyover?
Research.
Is that like a fly-through?
yeah, it's but just more expensive. It's
More
Yeah,
expensive?
it's flying over the Burj,
Yeah.
and he's been circling it, looking at it from different angles.
Right.
He says the new office is going to have a lot more glass.
Instead of this one window here.
Yeah. He says he wants glass. He wants clean lines.
It's all about vistas.
Yeah, he wants glass, clean lines.
Yeah.
And he said we've got to go to the top. And he said you don't get any more top than the tallest building in the world.
No, it's great that he's got aspirational, isn't it? It's great that he's got aspirational, old Lord Brewer. Sorry, I was calling him Chief Brewer, but Chief Brewer, Lord Brewer, it's all in the same
So
thing.
does that mean he's going to have to get a helicopter every time to get up to his office?
He's got one. It's called the Portercopter.
the Jolly
It's shaped like a
Copter.
pint of porter. And
Yeah.
he's got, in his back garden, he's got a patio at the top. His garden's terraced, he's got a patio. And on the patio is a big H.
Yeah.
And on that H is a helicopter that can only look like what I would describe as a pint of porter.
Yeah.
He calls it the Portercopter.
Wow.
An helicopter shaped like a pint.
He's got it on lease.
You can only...
Yeah, from that tool hire shop on Wakefield Road.
I thought the H were for Brother Howell.
Yeah, because I
That's
have
where he
a
lands.
I have a helicopter
He's the only
myself.
one. He's the only one rich enough out of the four of us to be able to
Usually.
afford one.
It's quite a pleasure to have my own helicopter, actually. I've just gone to Thomas the Tank Engine and that Harold the helicopter. That's more like my helicopter rather than a Porter helicopter. I don't know.
I think it's only a matter of time, genuinely, before the Jolly Boys will have their own helicopter for us just to knock about in.
Yeah. I've seen. After a few porters himself, I've seen Brother Paul do some helicoptering.
Well, that's usually around the bowl.
It's very quickly getting out of hand, isn't it?
It is, and we're only on parish notices.
The reason he has the heliporter, the Portercopter, is because some pubs around the region, sometimes they have like a just-in-time delivery system in place where they only order beer when they really need it. So we have to be able to respond quickly to orders. So we've got a promise with certain. We got when we were amateur. We entered into some sort of like contractual negotiations with small pubs. Just a few. I think we've got 3 on this particular contract where we have a 15-minute delivery deadline where they press send on the internet, and we get an alarm going off in the office, 24-hour day all night. And
Is that attached to your phone?
yeah,
Is that yes? Because
Earlier.
dear listener, brother Ondrie has a special button on his phone which we really don't want him to press right now. But it goes mad, and I don't know if you, dear listener, have got a similar button. But it sounds like it just goes like beep beep beep.
It's the SOS.
Is it?
Yeah, if you it's.
Have I got that on
No,
my
yeah,
phone?
it's just most people don't press it.
Why are
press
you
it.
pressing that all the time?
I only press it when we do a
podcast.
It's like a safe word.
It was actually only pressed when we sat down in here.
Yeah.
And you closed the door.
And by the way, listener, the police will be arriving in
Yeah. The podcast might well be interrupted by the arrival of the federales.
The last thing I heard was "Go A Squad." There was a little red dot on my hoodie.
Yeah.
And I wondered what it was.
Well, goodness
It's the
me.
sniper in the cathedral bell tower.
I'm not convinced that we should go all glass.
So no, I'm not either. I think we need to have a word with Lord Brewer.
Too easy a target, I think, if you're up there on the top
At the
floor.
moment,
I think
the office is more leaning Tower of Pisa than Burj Khalifa.
I think Brother Howell needs to get a grip of this podcast.
I think I do, but I think I've lost grip of everything. I mean, just being here, I think you're right. I think it's great to hear that Lord Brewer is off on his holidays in his helicopter. But when I look around this office, I feel that we could do a lot for him to help him in making this place look beautiful. If you want to see the office, of course, you could get in touch with us and request a tour. You know, you can do that. You can get in touch with us.
However,
So just of the office, not of the brewery.
yeah, when we talk about tours, you will not be coming in the office.
No, the office is off limits. You have to there's a secret, you just have to get in touch with us and pod@jollyboysbrewery.co.uk and just request Lord Brewer office tour. It's a special one we're doing, as well as, of course, the brewery itself. So let's move it on, if that's all the parish notices. Very good. Here we are now then. I've got, actually, if we can go straight into Brother Ondrie, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but if we can go straight into Ask the Brewer.
Who? What? Why? When? Where? How? With whom? Ask the Master Brewer.
Excellent. If we could go straight into that. Actually, Brother Ondrie, I've got a present for you.
Seriously?
The Jolly Boys, myself, Brother Dave, Brother Paul, we've had a whip round, and for you. I'm going to present. Well, obviously, if you're on the YouTubes, you can have a look at that. If you're just listening on the Spotifys or wherever you get your podcasts, I'll put a picture of this on the socials. But we've bought you this book, this beautiful hardback. It's kind of PVC coated, but from the 1950s, so I don't know what the equivalent is. What is that?
It's like faux leather.
It's like
What's that mean?
Fox leather. Fox leather.
The skin of a fox.
It's the skin of a fox. And it's, look at that inside, it's beautiful.
Is it padded?
It's padded, yeah, because I think it's a working book. It's not just a history book, but it's not just a brewing book, this book, Brother Ondrie. This is called The Romance of Brewing.
The Romance of Brewing.
The Romance of Brewing.
By J.
By Stanley Strongbow. No, sorry, Stanley Strong. Stanley Strong. And we saw this when myself, Brother Dave, and Brother Paul, we went hiking together in the Peak District, and we visit a lot of bookshops, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we found this book.
We often find ourselves
in a bookshop, don't we? And we found this book. It's got actually not got pictures in it, but it has got plates. Do you know old-fashioned plates where a picture is put in as a separate? This is a plate, not a picture.
I think that means it's a really
old. Can I just stop you?
really old
Yeah.
book.
I think you're getting too specialist.
I'm sorry about that, dear
You know-
listener.
you know,
yeah, I'm going to
I'm-
just hand it to
I think
him
you're
now.
just getting too specialist.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful book, and I've written in the front
That's a beautiful thing.
for Brother Ondrie with love and romance, the Jolly Boys. So it starts off in Egypt and it finishes. The final chapter's called. This book was written in 1951, dear listener. The final chapter is called Early Types of Stopper, the Cork, the Development of Growing Popularity of Bottled Beers, the Crown Cork, and the conclusion chapter, Brewer's Part in Tavern Development. And if there's anything that we're good at as the Jolly Boys, it's tavern development.
Can I ask you what about the Egypt chapter?
Well, you'll have to read it, Brother Dave.
What
You'll
is
have
it,
to
brewing
read
from
it.
asses' milk?
Yeah, I think it
It'll be
probably
bread.
is.
It'll be bread, I would have thought.
Yeah.
It was in bread
Yeah.
made in sand.
Well, what I thought was I could hand this to you because I know, we all know Brother Ondrie, don't we? We all know what he's like, what he's going to do. He's going to devour this book, and on the next podcast, he will give us a summary. And next podcast, we'll give Brother Paul some homework to do.
I'm really pleased about this. I'm really pleased about this because we're actually going out after this podcast. And,
Yes.
this is gonna be a real conversation starter.
It will be either a starter
I
or
am-
a stopper.
I'm really looking forward to knowing more about the romance
Yeah.
of brewing.
I'll take that back off you and I'll put it away.
You can imagine me standing at the bar though.
Yeah, with that.
I'm going to get some real attention.
You are.
Especially from the ladies.
I think you are.
Well, obviously, that's just what the ladies like to talk about. The Romance of Brewing by Stanley Strong.
Do you like it? Because we
I do,
were
yeah.
really proud of it when we got it for you.
Do you know what? It's better than the last gift you gave me.
What was the last gift?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Should we leave that there?
I think there's only been one gift, haven't there?
Well, the gift of friendship.
Of course.
yeah.
And warmth.
Humility.
I've had
And
many gifts
trust.
of humility
Yeah.
from the Jolly Boys.
You have, haven't you?
Grace.
You know that these are things that we hold
The
dear.
Guild, Chapter 3.
Right, I may have wrecked the podcast by giving him a book to look at, but I have a question, dear brewer. I have a question. If I may ask you, this is from Johan. I'm not sure if that's his real name, but that's the kind of question that we get. How important is water in the production of beer? Now, I was just going to email back saying, well, it's really important, mate, because otherwise beer wouldn't be runny. But I think you've got a better answer.
Rather than solid.
Yeah.
Solid beer.
Yeah, like a block. So I'm going to hand it over.
Made without water.
Beer.
So can you explain? Because I think what Johan is getting at, and I don't know Johan. I'm not casting aspersions, but I think he's trying to allude to the fact that we're a Yorkshire brewery. Does that make any difference to, say, I don't know, a brewery in Scotland or a brewery in, I don't know, Cornwall or something?
Well, I'm not going to overdo this.
Thank you.
That's not like you.
Moving on.
Thank you very much.
But what I will say,
One word answer.
what I will say is that if those brewers call water, we call it liquor.
Oh.
If
that.
you were to walk into a guild of master brewers and use the word water, you'd be laughed out of town.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, when we talk about the hot liquor tank, it's just water.
Yeah.
Is that what it? I thought there was some magic to it. Is it just water?
We call it liquor.
Oh yeah, I
You know,
remember
like Cockneys call gravy liquor. You go to like a pie and mash
Mint
shop.
sauce.
Yeah, they call it liquor, don't they?
Yeah.
It's just parsley sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you went down to
Gravy.
a shop that sells pie and mash or
Yeah.
jelly deals and
Pie mash and liquor.
With
yeah,
liquor.
they call it liquor. But I thought that was just gravy.
I just thought it would be,
It's parsley sauce, pie mash and liquor.
I thought it would be obscene. Or something,
No, you need to stop there.
Stop there. Rein that in. I think that.
Sorry, listener, it's
I
Brother
thought-
Paul again.
Oh dear listener.
I thought it was an alcoholic drink that you got with your pie and mash.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, us brewers call H2O liquor.
Right.
I mean, I will exercise conciseness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On behalf of everyone.
When the rain falls from the sky,
Oh God.
Oh, we're into the hydrological cycle.
it's generally pure H2O but as soon as it hits the ground, it starts to take on other properties, other minerals.
Yeah.
So if, for example, water falls in southern England,
Yeah.
it soaks into the ground, picks up more minerals. That's why they call it hard water.
Chalk.
Yeah.
The chalk streams of the southwest.
Yeah, down in like
Not right. Cracking.
Good for growing watercress.
Yeah, good for fishing for trout.
Not
Which is an important element of everything we're
when you're brewing.
But what about brewing? Yeah.
Well, we have to often have some trout in our hot liquor tank.
No, I mean, you know, if you got someone from a brewery down in Portsmouth, they'd be telling you that it's brilliant for brewing, but I've got a different opinion to that.
Go on, tell us your opinion.
Well, I think
Because there may be a brewer from Portsmouth listening to this. So what do you think?
Well, you've got to work with what you've got.
Yeah.
So what traditionally brewers would do is brew the beer that matches the water that they've got. So, for example, Burton-upon-Trent.
Yeah.
Right, they've got lots of gypsum in their water, amongst other things.
What's gypsum?
It's a mineral. It's just a mineral. It's a rock. I mean, it actually is what the main ingredient in plaster.
When you take the water out of the Trent.
Yeah, and that's just the rocks that it's soaked through. So Burton beer was the bitters that come out of Burton were amazing beers because of the water. But what's happened now is, you know, for example, in Dublin, they brew the stout, the famous stout.
Yeah.
The water's more alkali there.
Okay.
Which, when you're brewing, your pH has got to be about 5.3 pH. So you put the dark malts in. Dark malts are more acidic. So if that's why they've got the stout. Because if the water's more alkaline, you want to mash at 5.3 pH.
So is that what we do? Because we brew porter. Is that the same? That's the same as stout.
Well, so what we do if we're brewing a porter,
And this is different from Burton-on-Trent.
So
Differently. Sorry.
well, we brew different types of beer.
Yeah.
Your modern brewery tends to do that. So what we've got to do is turn our water into a different type of liquor, the right liquor for the right beer. So we have to extract minerals or add minerals depending on what we're doing.
Because it sounds more complex actually than, I mean, I am always the layman here, and I just think, well, so if a brewery in Burton-on-Trent is making porter, say, like we do, you wouldn't go there perhaps and just do the same. If you were brewing there, you'd do it, you'd have to adjust because of the water.
Burton water is the worst kind of water for brewing lager, and that's pretty much all they brew in Burton now. So they have to extract all that good
Does that
stuff.
explain Madry?
Might do, but
Hang on.
We don't want to get sued.
No, or any other lager.
but they brew lager in Burton.
Yeah.
Mainly because of capitalism and other reasons unexplained, but
A little bit of politics.
Yeah, like that.
what they've got to do is remove all that gypsum and all those other minerals from the water to make the lager. So they're lagerizing their water. They're turning their water into perfect lager. The minerals they extract, they sell to people like us, so we can put it into our beer to make our liquor the right kind of liquor.
So we put. Sorry.
I was thinking, so you mentioned Portsmouth earlier. So when they take the water out of the sea and it's really salty, just get really salty beer.
Yeah.
Because
And flat.
I can't think of the river in Portsmouth.
It's an island, isn't it, Portsmouth? So it's flat. It's an island, but
True. It's true. It's just a true thing, man.
But they did have breweries, so presumably, I know down south they draw a lot of water from the rocks. They have a lot of these boreholes.
Aquifers.
Yeah, aquifers. That's it. Yeah, and that's why it's hard water. It's got more calcium in it.
Me and Paul are getting really lost.
Hang on. Have we got geography teachers here?
I think we have,
Have
Brother
we? Come
Paul.
on. Explain. Come on.
I think we've got some
Yeah,
geography
haven't we?
specialists.
Yeah, I think we've exposed.
I'm just
two
showing off
geography
because
teachers.
I'm
Yeah.
showing off because I'm like I was his geography apprentice back in the day.
Ooh, Dave.
Yeah, I
know.
had to know certain stuff to get my own classroom.
And then there was a time when I handed over my classroom to Brother Ondrie.
We had a symbolic handing over of the key.
This is
But it's
beautiful.
ceremonial.
It wasn't. I walked away with a heavy heart.
If you're
And
a
plus,
new,
you lost a classroom with a view.
A brick wall.
like
Like
this,
this.
like this view.
Like an office.
I've never seen a classroom like that before or since.
Dear listener, if you've just tuned in and this is your first episode, you need to know that the four of us here, we all worked or work in education. So it is indeed true, as unveiled by Brother Paul, that we have two geography teachers here.
That's why we started
It
getting.
pays, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It pays being a geography teacher, though. If you want to be a brewer, it turns out.
We just started getting really into the hydrological cycle then, didn't we? We were
Yeah.
thinking about water and aquifers and.
So is that the next level then?
Oh,
Geography teacher, brewer.
I hope so.
Brewer'S definitely an apex career.
I think there's an aspiration there for anybody who's a geography teacher.
Apex! Apex!
So anyway, listeners, if there are any geography teachers out there, I think there is an aspiration for you to be a brewer.
Let me give you an example, right?
Yeah.
If you go anywhere in this fair land, if you can move for the George crosses that are hanging from street lamps,
Yeah.
if you go anywhere and you say to someone, for example, oh yeah, I'm a geography teacher, it's not always well received.
No, it's
But
not.
if you say to someone, yeah, I work in a brewery, now that gets you some kudos.
It opens doors.
What about performing arts?
Back off. Back off.
Performative arts.
Paul,
I'm just asking.
To me, that
I'm
just-
an administrator.
are you just asking questions?
Yeah, I am.
I'm just
I like
asking
to,
questions.
I like to refer to Brother Paul as support staff.
Yeah, I like admin
Just
support.
an administrator.
Yeah.
To me, performative of the arts just sounds like mucking about.
It's peeing about apparently,
Oh.
according to one former colleague who told him that.
Very hurtful.
Very hurtful, actually. But I think it's brilliant. I mean, I don't know if we've answered Johan's question, but it sounds to me like water.
Shh. No, stop.
What?
Liquor.
Sorry, liquor is really important in terms of, and it's complex.
We could
actually.
do a full podcast about it at a later point if you want to.
But listener, rest assured we won't.
Yeah, don't switch off.
We
we'll
do those
do one.
specialist ones.
Yeah, I
You
think we
know,
should
like
do some specialist ones.
Only fans or something. We could do like an
Yeah, only brewery fans,
Yeah,
we can call
yeah.
it. Only brewery fans will call
Just
it.
like for specialist
And you can what you can do is you can send in what you'd like to hear, or indeed see, from the brewers.
We don't want to lose our
Only brewery fan.
we don't want to lose our crossover listeners, do we?
No, and so I think that's a really brilliant idea. If you've got if you want to see perhaps Lord Brewer or indeed Master Brewer or Squire Brewer,
You'll
if you
never
want to
see
see them on Only Brewery Fans, I don't know, mashing their what do you call them? Mashing their malt. Would that be a correct?
Yeah, mashing their malt.
If you want to see them mashing their malt or stirring their,
It's a subscription channel
it's not. It'll be free.
with face identification.
It'll be free wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget, we're on the TikToks and we're on the Facebooks. We're also elsewhere. Go on, what were you going
May
to
I
say?
take the liberty of?
Yes.
I just want. It's not an apology. I'll leave that to the Paul. He normally has to have the apologies.
Yeah, it's nice that the apologies are being done by someone else, isn't it?
It's a shout out, really.
Oh.
Just a thank you. We've been, we've got a rep from Wakefield called David, and he's our camera rep. He's a volunteer, and he's thorough, and he's been really good to us, and is really doing a lot of work in the community to raise awareness about our brewing. I'd just like to say thank you for his professionalism and generosity of spirit.
Well, I think we can all echo that, and we're always really thrilled for any support, but particularly by our friends from Camera, and David, as you say, has been great. So thanks for that. So I was going to ask you, I've got another question about. I mean, we don't want to overstay our welcome with the dear listener, but there was just something about the head of the beer that I think you wanted to share anyway. But we've had a question in from Belinda, who was asking. Belinda's in Carlisle. Belinda in Carlisle has asked if does it matter if the beer doesn't have a head? And I'm sure we've already covered this, but I'm going to hand it
when
back
we talked
over.
about James from Exeter.
That's
with
right.
His sparkler issues.
Yeah, James Exeter. And
Does she always leave the light on?
she hasn't. She actually said. I always listen to your podcast let me just get this right, I'm reading it now. I always listen to your podcast at night, and and I leave the light on. And that's Belinda in Carlisle, everyone.
Thank you.
The bubbles, the head. Yeah,
I think that's what she's referring to.
All right. Well, I will. There's been some breaking news. There's been a report, a top-notch scientific report from Switzerland, and it's only just.
Geneva.
Geneva, yeah.
Geneva, yeah.
Well, Lord Brewer was over there.
On a convention.
No,
It is
Was it a
Portercopter.
convention?
No, he was making an instalment in one of their financial institutions.
The usual for him.
And in the Portercopter, and he stumbled upon, quite by accident, a scientific report that's just been produced, and it was about why certain beers lose their head quicker than others.
Yeah.
And this is mainly the benefactors of this said research are mainly large breweries who make lager. Because there's some lager, we've talked about this before in previous podcasts, where, proper hardcore, authentic German lager, is a beer.
Will you stop saying lager, because it's triggering Brother Paul.
My mental health, and I'm feeling a bit stressed.
We might have to play a team building activity. We might have to get the twister out.
No, you remember what happened last time with our team
don't
building?
go there.
No.
Everything went wrong, didn't it, with Twister?
We've had to stop using Twister as a team building activity.
After the allegation.
Let's leave that. Carry on, Ondrie. You were saying about the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, it was testing some glacial water from the Matterhorn and Mont Blanc area of Europe, because we're looking at bringing some of that towards our brewery to produce some crisp, clean ales.
Yes.
But turns out that some beers are losing their heads quicker than others. Turns out that we've got nothing to worry about though, Jolly Boys, because I've not read it fully, but the main thing I can get from it, that I've read, because it's quite a lengthy document, the main thing I can take from it is that the cask conditioning classes as a second fermentation, and it says that if you are fermenting more than once, you're going to get a good head on your pint, which is good news for us. Not good news for people who want to ferment for a week and then put it in a keg and sell it to people.
Is that
for
like mass production?
Yeah.
Right.
But they're looking at what to put in it.
Or the down south, it's conditioned in the cask down south, and then they pour it without a sparkler, and so there's no head on it in the first place to keep.
Which is disappointing.
It goes back again to the north-south divide in terms of sparklers, which I think we covered earlier.
Yeah, I think it's a tricky subject, and it's something we keep accidentally or coming back to, don't we?
Yeah.
It's divisive.
Do you think that, I think if you're sitting here, or sitting where you are listening to this, or walking around or doing
Not in this office.
You're not in this office because I can't see you. But dear listener, if you're down south and you're thinking, what I need is a trip with me and my mates up north, to go and see what these Jolly Boys are doing and see what these Jolly Boys are talking about, then just get in touch on pod@jollyboys.co.uk. That comes straight to us, so we'll read it and we can sort something out for you, and you can have some proper beer, because I think I can speak for the four of us that we feel a lot of sympathy that you're not getting proper beer down there. So as a kind of reaching out across any sort of imagined divide, we want to help you.
So that feels like there's an opportunity for a visit.
A visit
to
here.
the brewery, but
Yeah.
not just for people down south, but
for
a
anyone.
brewery visit. And we know that we can organise brewery visits. We can put casks on for groups.
Yeah.
If you want to treat your dad or your granddad or your mum or your grandma, or if you want to do a stag do or whatever it might be, a party, we can do it in the brewery.
Hen night.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As long as they're up for drinking cask beer.
Yeah.
But what we can do, listener, is we can arrange to put casks on you from our brewery bar. You can have an event in the brewery. You can spend some time in the brewery.
Yeah.
We've got tables and chairs and a bar in the brewery.
Well,
you know, and dare I say, we could even put on some live music for you in the brewery.
Yeah, we can do that for you, and that leads to something else. But I must say, and I was going to save this for the end, but I'm going to mention it now. We do have the bar in the brewery now, and it's been built. It's been hand-built and handcrafted by Lord Brewer just before he went to Dubai on a reconnaissance mission in the Portercopter. And we're going to christen that bar the Doghouse after one of our the beautiful bar we had in our old brewery, the original Doghouse. But we've got a new Doghouse now, and if you want to have your event at the Doghouse, just get in touch, pod@jollyboysbrewery.co.uk, and we can be in comms and we can sort something out, like Brother David said, for you, for your family, for your friends. We can have a really good event here, and you'd be most welcome, and we can have a great night.
Even team building.
We can do team
We're
building.
not allowed to do Twister.
No, Paul. How many times,
Come on.
Paul? How many times, Paul?
Twister.
Rein it in. We're not doing the Twister.
No, we
You
can
know
do
what
Twister
happened.
if everyone has their own individual Twister night.
Yeah, you've got to. If you want to do Twister on one of these events, then you've all got to come with your own boxed game. You need your own. We have no Twisters anymore. We had to burn them as a ruling of the court.
Well, it was illegal.
It was a legal thing, so we had to get rid. But the Doghouse is open, and you are welcome. So I'm going to say it just one more time. pod@jollyboysbrewery.co.uk. You are invited. Do get in touch, and we'll cater for what you need, and we'll have a right good do. So I'm just going to move it on, if that's all right, with your permission, brothers. And just looking at the clock. And the WhatsApp randomizer.
WhatsApp
Going back to the old WhatsApp. If you've not listened to this before, ladies and gentlemen, dear listener, then what I'm doing is I'm going back right into the depths of our Jolly Boys history. We've been a brewery for over 10 years. And we've run everything for a long time via WhatsApp. It's just the four of us, and obviously now we've grown beyond just the four of us, but initially it was just the four of us doing our best. And I've got a message here, I've just got a picture there, and the picture is of a room that is just totally smashed up, and has got a big glass. It's got a glass window looking at. It's not this room, and it's got the makings of a bar at one end, and it's got some curtains up, but they're still being put into place. And that, of course, is the old Doghouse. And I wonder if you've got any memories of the Doghouse, brothers, that you just want to share with the listener, just very quickly.
Yeah,
happy times.
I think the first memory of that, apart from the laying of the lino.
Paul,
when we expertly fitted the lino.
This is how desperate we were, dear listener, that Paul and I were put in charge of fitting the lino.
We needed to do something really, because we are useless.
Yes. We're not practical.
Yeah, Brother David built the bar.
I built the bar.
You built the bar.
Brother Ondrie had brewed the beer.
He had, majestically, and we cut the lino wrong.
We did, and we got it wrong.
I provided Dave with the saw to cut the sleepers.
Did you?
So, but my first memory is of the opening evening.
Yes.
When we actually tapped and served the golden best.
And listeners can go back to an earlier podcast to listen to the stories of the golden best.
But what we did was we invited people from other workers around us, blue collar workers.
Because we were in a food unit.
Yeah, we were
high class
food unit apparently.
On an industrial estate. It was like
an industrial unit. And we invited all the workers.
Our neighbours.
They were our neighbours and friends.
Yeah.
Well, they certainly were our friends. In fact,
by the end, they were our friends.
I think one of them were my boyfriend at the end of the night, but that's a different story.
And Paul is on Only Brewery fans.
But yeah, what a fantastic evening that was. The first night, and the first night of many. Yeah. And it was fantastic.
It was we used to refer to the Doghouse as the best bar in the world. Because it had no till.
Yeah. We weren't selling beer, we were sharing
we
beer,
were just
weren't
we just invited people to the brewery, into the little bar in the brewery called the Doghouse, and we used just to give the beer away to our friends and family and colleagues. And that night, I particularly remember that night where we asked our colleagues from one of the units on the industrial estate, and they were involved in like a car repair business.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, we'll just pop in for one at 5 o'clock when they decided to finish work at 5 o'clock." So they popped over into the Doghouse. We brought them into the Doghouse, they sat down, and we gave them a beer, and they left 5 hours later.
Yeah.
And obviously they were worse for wear, they'd have a really nice time, and they were all left 5 hours later. Obviously they all had to get taxis, they were all ringing up their wives and girlfriends, making up lies and excuses for why they weren't home for the tea, and it was all down to the golden best.
It was better than the time that we did Twister with them. Wasn't it?
We've been asked to scrub that from the memory.
We don't want to go on to that one.
I mean, I don't know. My favourite, my most enjoyable memory of the Doghouse was I was in the brewery brewing a porter, and it was back in the day when we just started brewing. And we were really proud of the porter. Yeah. And we actually tapped a cask of the porter from the previous brew, ready for the night. And I even called off at the shop and got some Stilton and a baguette. and I was sat there eating my Stilton sandwich with my pint of porter, which, by the way, was probably the most enjoyable pint I've ever had in my life. Yeah. But we did have 12. And I always remember Howell playing the piano.
Because we had a piano in there.
We had a piano in there,
But we were having a sing-along. Yeah. They were great, but I remember Howell actually falling asleep while they were playing. Yeah. And he just slowed down and he just
drifted off.
Asleep. That's what alcohol does to me.
It was like a really soothing end to the evening.
Yeah. It wasn't raucous, it was just gentle.
And it were in the days before Uber.
Yeah.
But
basically you had to walk.
Yeah.
Do you know something? I really missed that dog.
Yeah. But we've got a Doghouse here now, and I think this is our Doghouse, and you, dear listener, you're invited, and you can come and join in, and we'll be here with you. If we can, we'll be here with you, and we'll be we can chew the fat, we can chat, and we can show you around the brewery, and you're very much invited. So we have got some tours coming up. By the time this podcast goes out, hopefully the event won't have happened, but it is immediate. It's the 13th of September. We've got some tours on at WX. You're very welcome. You might be listening to this after that date. We are regularly going to be doing tours. We've got Oktoberfest on the 3rd and 4th of October. But if you want to have a tour yourself with your family, with your friends, with your mates, just get in touch and we'll make sure it happens for you. So the WhatsApp randomizer, that was just an old picture of the Doghouse, and I feel like I want to print it off and stick it up in the new Doghouse so we can. It was a really brilliant time, and dear listener, it was a time. We were just taking risks as mates. We're all got full-time jobs, and we were just wanting to brew. And I know you can go back to earlier podcasts to listen to more about that kind of story. But we're running out of time a little bit, so I'm on to any other business. So, is there anything else that I know, Paul? I feel like you're chomping at the bit to share something. So, what is it you want to share?
I'm not
Keep
sure
it clean.
I'm not sure I'm chomping at the bit, but
Okay, all right.
it's going back to lager again.
Oh,
And
someone's triggered him again.
I was triggered earlier.
Yeah, I
you know,
noticed.
I'm sort of just about getting over it. But I feel like we've been again a little bit unfair
On lager drinkers.
to our lager drinkers.
Yes. Okay.
So I think on a previous podcast we've mentioned that they'd strayed on
Yeah.
to the Jolly Boys podcast,
Yes.
looking for the sewing bee.
Yeah.
Now, one or two people have pulled me up on this
Yes.
and said, "What's your issue with lager?"
We have had actually a couple of emails
Have
asking
you?
similar questions. Yeah.
I said, "Well, I've no issue with it, you know, and people are entitled to drink what they like." I
Yes.
said, but there's clearly an issue with the lager drinker, you know, and I think it's something to do with genetics. So I've done
You've been doing some
Have you
research.
done some research?
doing some research into this.
Gosh.
Yeah, so, and I've asked
Just
him
be
anyway.
careful what you say.
Yeah,
I
be careful
will be
now.
careful
Please temper
now.
yourself.
No, so I've asked a mate of mine who is a clever lad. He's got
Yeah.
O levels and stuff.
As it? O levels.
Oh, not GCSE.
No,
Does he
proper
drink- does he
He
drink
exam.
lager?
he got no. He's a
Ah.
proper real ale drinker,
Yeah.
and he said it's to do with genetics.
Right.
So I believe
Right.
him.
'Cause,
Well,
yeah.
what have you? And it's
Why wouldn't you? He's got O levels.
If he's got O levels, we're straight in.
Exactly. Now he explained it to me, and I don't know whether I'm going to explain this properly. You'll probably know a bit more than me, Brother Ondrie.
It wasn't related to Oswald Mosley, was it?
No, it's to do with the chromosome, the X and Y
Right.
chromosome,
Right.
apparently.
I don't know where
Okay.
this is going. I'm a bit worried.
I'm a bit worried. Carry on.
Now apparently, you know, and I'm no expert in this field, but apparently women have XX chromosomes
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That is correct.
and male
Yeah.
have XY
I think,
chromosome.
hang on a minute. Can I just get our legal team on speed dial?
Carry on.
This is it. Now, what's prominent in lager drinkers,
Right.
male lager drinkers,
Yeah.
is that the X and Y, the X chromosome, right,
Really
Yeah.
stressed out.
is dominant. It's the dominant chromosome. So the
Right.
X, you know,
Doesn't make
from
a lot
the
of
mother,
Yeah.
is the dominant chromosome, and it bosses the Y chromosome about, which is the male chromosome from the dad. And what it says is that you're not allowed.
Right.
So they call it the Boudica
Oh.
because it's a bit tough. It's
Yeah.
a tough chromosome,
Oh, yeah.
is this? So that bosses about the Y chromosome, and it says that I like lager as an X chromosome, so you're gonna like lager. So it don't let it
Ah.
develop into a beer drinker.
But is that why Brother Howell used to drink lager?
I think it
That
might
could be it. They
And
say
then he's had to condition himself away from
Absolutely.
lager.
I've had to do a lot of
So,
work.
As youngsters, it's rife in young people.
That-
But normally, as you develop as a
Yeah,
bloke,
yeah.
you start
So
you start to
Yeah.
you start to drink beer. You see,
Right.
But in some people, it doesn't.
So you've done
It
that
don't
without
develop.
upsetting anyone,
well, I'm
has
not,
he? He's
no,
not
this is
upset
this is
anyone.
right,
It's
and it's got to be
science.
right because
Yeah.
when you look at sort of older lager drinkers,
you don't see
Right.
many.
no, but
Careful.
they can't grow a proper beard, can they?
That's absolutely true.
can't-
That's
they can't-
absolutely
They
true.
can't grow a proper beard.
No, show
And-
me someone who's got a proper beard.
So show me a 70-year-old lager drinker with a beard.
Exactly.
He's right.
And
He's right.
they tend to wear
No.
No, careful.
skinny jeans and white trainers.
They
Yeah,
do.
no, you
It's
say,
scientific.
yeah, absolutely. So it's got to be right.
Do you know what?
That's
I've been watching this. You know Manchester United? Manchester United have got a manager, right? And he's called Ruben Amorim.
Right.
And he's essentially saying to the Manchester United fans, trust me, I'm a man with determination and a theory, and I'm also wearing white trainers. And he stands there
Yeah.
and he's resolute in his white
Has
trainers.
he got a beard?
No.
Well, there you go.
And they're not doing right well, are they?
No, they're not. They're doing bad.
I mean, this
At the
I
time
think-
of recording,
I've got more questions than answers.
I'm sure the listener has as well.
If there's any scientists listening, please get in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it true
I think it's true.
that lager drinkers are dominated by a...
It's not that bit.
No.
No, it's the bit about the beard.
The bit. All right, sorry.
No.
I mean,
Are you a really? Sorry, are you a lager drinker
With a beard.
in your 70s with a beard? If you are, pod Jolly Boys Brewery Podcast. Listen, we may have run out of time, and I mean,
It's a great finish, that.
It's a great finish.
We need to leave it there.
I think we probably do need to leave it there, but of course, it would be remiss of me not to mention. Sorry, Brother Ondre's back in.
This though. What
Someone's
men,
woken him up.
What men have started doing, you know, when they put a bit of weight on, which obviously we all know about.
I'm looking around the room.
What men who've put a bit of weight on started doing now is growing a massive beard.
Yeah.
Right, having their hair shaved,
Yeah.
but
I've
also
seen that.
getting a big tattoo on the lower leg at the back
Yeah, and driving a lorry.
and looking cool.
Is that where we're going?
That
Wrong.
is the
Oh, yeah, that's where we're going wrong.
And I've also got. I just want to throw this out there. This is
Please.
It's not. I won't even say it's random, but I am very suspicious of theatre in the round. Equally.
Where's that come from?
I don't know.
No, but I feel much the same way about flat beer from down south.
Similar to theatre in the round.
Theatre in the
Dear
round.
listener,
Yeah, suspicious.
if
Great way to finish the pod.
if you are a
It's actually genetics
dramaturg
as well.
listening to this and want to comment on theatre in the round, please get in touch on pod@jollyboysbrewery.uk. If you are bearded, bald, got a tattoo on your lower leg, massive, and drink lager, get in touch. But if you're over 70, obviously, that would be absolutely great as well. Listen, we're coming to the end of our podcast for this time, but I think it's been a good one. I think this has been great. It's been lovely recording this from Lord Brewer, Chief Brewer's home, domicile, space.
It's also really nice that we've covered content that's not going to upset anyone.
I think we've managed to do that and navigate that really carefully with Brother Paul. We'd like to thank our sponsor today, which is, of course, Twister. And
What about MBK?
yes, it was. But
How
let's
do you remember that?
but let's not mention them, right? So do find us on the TikTok.
Imagine inventing a game that involves you sniffing somebody.
Stop.
Sniffing someone's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, just like dogs in the park. Anyway, and find us on the Facebooks. Don't forget, 13th of September, we've got a brewery opening day. Oktoberfest, 3rd and 4th of October at the WX Wakefield Exchange in Wakefield in West Yorkshire, right in the heart of the city. Do come and see us. And if you want to have a day in the Jolly Boys Brewery, the actual brewery in our Doghouse, our brand new Doghouse bar, then pod@jollyboysbrewery.co.uk. Thanks so much, brothers. Ondrie?
If you are listening on Boxing Day, then you've missed the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, the Oktoberfest happened.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye, everyone.
The Jolly Boys Brewery Podcast.